Hey everyone, my name is Quincy. I am the creator of the brand new Chrome extension called QikFinds-Extension. As you can see on the screen, QikFinds-Extension is by far the fastest manual online sourcing Chrome extension. For a lot of people, manual sourcing is so important because they have been using the automated software and try to find the profitable item. The problem with that is a lot of people are using it. So is it easy? It's easy and it's quick. However, everybody is finding the same item. So manual sourcing appear to be the best way to find items that not too many people are finding. So, but the downside is it can be slow, and actually it is very slow. So that's where this Chrome extension comes in. It makes it 10 times and even many times faster than the current method that people are using. And that's in this video, we're going to show you using the live example. And before we dig in, and I want to let you know, right now it's in the middle, or right at the beginning of the Black Friday week. And as we know, Black Friday is one of those times that there are a lot of deals going on many of the online store, and that's one of the best time of the year that Amazon seller are able to find very profitable item at the lowest possible buy cost. So we want to find items that other people might not want to spend the time to find, and but we are bogged down by the slower speed. So what can we do to speed up going through a lot of the Black Friday deals within the time that we can afford? So this is the solution for that situation. And let's go to a very popular site that the extensions support, Nike.com. Currently, Nike is running its own Black Friday sales. It's adding an extra 25% on top of the sales that it's up to 60% already. So let's dig in to see what we can find. So you can see there's a 5,283 item under this Black Friday sales. It's too many. It would take time, and we need to figure out a way to sort through that many deals. So one way to do this is to use the website's built-in filters, which is on located on the left side. We are shoe sellers, so let's go for the shoes only. Okay, that goes down to 1114 pair of shoes. We want to go down further, and we want to only look at men's shoes, and among those shoes we want to look at those that has size 11 available. Now it comes down to 319. So let's do one more to see if we get down to less than 50. So among the 319, we want to see only see those that already have 40% or more discount on them. And that is before the extra 25%. So let's click that. And immediately we are left with only 29 pair of shoes, which this is totally manageable. And so how do we go through to find to know whether which one is the good candidate for us to purchase? And so we need to go through a few steps to find the item on Amazon, and then check if it's profitable, and then see the competition landscape and all those data. In fact, I summarize all the essential data we as a seller needs to know for every pair of shoes that we're looking at. And it's called MAPS. It's an acronym. It stands for matchability, availability, profitability, and sellability. Now, what that means is, when first of all, we need to find the exact match on Amazon. Okay, and then we want to find out if Nike has the item in stock for us to buy. And number three, we want to make sure it's profitable per our own profitability criteria. And then we want to make sure this shoes is able to sell within the time frame we want, and then we want to have to see what are the competition landscape, or whether we have sold it before, whether currently we have any on-hand inventory, and those are the essential data we need to figure it out very quickly, because we have a lot of item to go through, a lot of pair of shoes to go through. But we pick one of them and see how long it would take just for us to find out the MAPS, the maps data, and then we kind of extrapolate to see estimate how long it would take for us to go through all 29 of them. Okay, so let's pick this one right in the center, right? This shoe looks like a black and white, solid color, looks like it's a pretty good candidate to look at. But before we do that, we need the help from a timer. So once we set the timer, then it will let us see by the time we find out the maps data for this pair of shoes, how long does it take? Okay, so but before doing that, we want to find out how much actually this costs first, okay? Because we'll be using it for profit calculation. So just hang on for a second. We'll open a new tab for this particular shoes. For Nike, I think this is makes it possible to do to copy the text by highlighting them. The previous page actually is difficult to do that, okay? So we're looking at 82.97 at 40% discount, okay? 82.97. Now, Nike is adding another 25%, so it comes down to 62 and 23. So we'll keep this number in mind. We're going to use in profit calculation in just a moment. So now it's ready. Let's start the timer. Timer's going. So let's go back here. So let's do a title search first. Okay. We'll highlight the title, and then we'll use the ref seller to see if we can find it exact match on Amazon. So we're looking at size 11. We don't want to look at size 6, 6.5, too small for men's. Size 11 is very popular for men's size. So look at this one. Hey, looks the same, the image, and then the title match. But look at the rank. It's in the 5 million range. It's too high. I suspect this is a orphan listing. So let's take a look at it. If it's orphan, it's a high rank, and we don't want that. Oh, size 6.5 and 7 for men's, and plus the high rank, this is an orphan listing. We don't want to look at that. So what happened to the rest of the popular men's size for this particular shoes? We need to look further. Okay, so we don't see it yet. How about we try the Google image to see if we can find it quickly. So Google image right here. We'll find one right here. That looks the one. Looks the same, the image. But oh, look, this is the same one we saw earlier. 6.5 and 7 is often listing. So Google image find that too, but it's not what we're looking for. So let's go back here and then go down a little bit to see if we can see any other Amazon listing. So far, no, we don't have anything else. We don't want to spend too much time right here. Remember, the key thing is for us to go through each one very quickly, and we're using this as an example. So that's what Google Image can do for us for now. That's the best they can do. And let's try something else for the title search. And we can use the specify the color. Okay, right now it's okay. Let's add that to the title and see what happened. Ooh, whoa, look at that. This is the image match, title match. We got 2 items and both are the same sales rank. Probably there's the same listing. Fantastic sales rank, 24,000. And looks like it's profitable too, but let's take a look at it. Remember, Nike has a size 11 available. So this is the shoes and size 11. Okay, so right now selling 165, but let's look at Keepa. Keepa in the past 3 months is 123 so anywhere between 123 and 164. Let's say 130, a little bit more on the conservative side. And then remember, the buy cost comes down to 62 and 23. That's including the 25% discount. So per my own profit criteria, it's $28.07 and 41% ROI. Your number might be slightly different because I have more fees built into it. So very good. I mean, that's profitable, right? So let's we found it. I think this is a good choice. So let's stop the timer. 3 minutes and 33 cents. If I don't talk while I'm doing the product search, finding the maps data, I think we can do it less than 3 minutes, but let's round it off to 3 minutes. Now 3 minutes equal to 180 seconds. Okay, 180 seconds. 180 seconds. Now let's run some number. Remember, back here we have 29 items. Let's assume each one spent 180 seconds to find the maps data. So 180 seconds times 29, that equal to 5,220 seconds. That's equivalent to 87 minutes, and which is equivalent to 1.45 hours. Okay, so 1.45 hours for 29 items to find their maps data. It could be a little bit less, depends on how fast you are. I suppose you can do a little bit faster, but should be near that number. Okay, keep that in mind. 180 is the seconds per shoe. Now, so we have now we just I just show you how, using a traditional way of finding the maps data. It takes 180 seconds. So that it's fast already with the help of a ref seller and Google image search. But you get the feeling that it's not fast enough because not only Nike only has 5,000 items. What about other popular store? They have more Black Friday sales than Nike. So who has the time to go through those as well? So we need a better way to do it. So let's introduce the QikFinds-Extension. Let's see how much more quickly you're able to go through the 29 items on the screen. Now, before we do that, the extension requires you to configure it first. Okay, so there are a couple things. Once you open, now it's disabled, so we can configure it. So we need to tell it what kind of a discount we're looking at. We need to tell it what kind of fee we need to build into the profit calculation, and then also allow you to say set your own research criteria. Once it found the item that meet all those criteria, you're going to signal to you those are the items that you want to look at first, because that's what you're looking for by setting the criteria. So let's look at the discount. Cashback potentially for Nike, almost anytime you can find it at least 8%. During the Q4 can up to 12% or even what sometimes seen 20%, but that doesn't happen often. Gift card, usually you cannot get some, but some people can get a 5%. Let's assume we don't have any gift card discount, but definitely we want to put in the 25% the store throw at it, right? So now automatically save, we're done with the discount. So the discount will be applied to all 29 items as the extension work through them. And then we want to make sure that all the fee are built in. We use the default setting, which includes the 75 cents per pound for inbound shipping, and then we'll assume that you'll be able to sell all the shoes within 3 months, but we'll give it 3 months of fulfillment center storage fee, and then we'll assume that everybody, you need to pay yourself or pay others or prep center to do the prep for you, which costs $1.50, very reasonable. And we just use the default. We're not including any additional fee into it. So we're good at that. And then the matching criteria, I leave it very open for shoes. Anything under 200K in rank and $3 profit, 30% ROI, very open. So just for demo purpose. And now the support store, of course, these are the store that currently it's supporting by the extension. Settings are done. Just leave it as it is. And we're all set to go, except we want to start the timer. Now, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen once I enable the extension. The extension, once it's enabled, it will pull all the essential maps data and then display those data directly under each of the shoes you see on screen. Almost in an instant. That's what the kind of expectation you're going to see. So I want to prepare you before I enable it, because it happens so fast. You might not be able to see what's happening because it's already there, right in front of you, display in front of you. Okay, so ready? So I'm going to start the timer. Okay, it's going. So let's enable it, and the screen's going to refresh. That means we need to activate the extension to pull in the data. I'm going to pause for a second and let you see what's going on. Okay, you see that? Seeing is believing, right? Okay, we're done. Stop the timer. 30 seconds. So what does that mean, 30 seconds? So within 30 seconds, for all 29 items or pair of shoes on screen, we're able to get the maps data in for all of them and display directly below each pair of shoes. Let's say now you can see better when I screen zoom out. So this data box injected by the extension showing all the essential maps data for the shoes directly above it, with all the discount taken into consideration, give you the profit you potentially can make if you're buying it, and for all 29 of them in 30 seconds. Now, just to put that into perspective, okay, I want to show you, run the calculation right here using the calculator again. Remember, earlier we have, it takes 180 seconds to pull, to get the maps data for a pair of shoes. Now, it takes 30 seconds to get the data, the same data for each of the 29 items. So 30 divided by 29, it takes about 1 second, right? Rounded off 1 second to get that information. Now, what is the power? What is the craziness we're going to show you is, with the traditional method, it takes 180 seconds. And now it takes only 1 second. You can see it's 180 times faster than the traditional method. 180. Let it sink in a little bit. What does that mean? It's so powerful. What it really means is, if you can go through 100 items a day using the traditional method, with the extension, you are able to find, you go through 180 times more of a product within the same amount of time. That means if you go through 100 a day, that's 100, that's 18,000 items that you can go through compared to 100. It's crazy, right? Well, you see the math, it doesn't lie. So what that means is, this is a pure calculation just to show you the power. In the reality, the number will be a little different, but it should be within that ballpark figure we just went through. So this is mind-boggling, the power of the extension, right? Nike.com will utilize, so let's take a look at the maps data it's getting for us, okay? So look at this particular one that we looked at earlier using the traditional method, right? Okay, let's zoom in a little bit. So this particular one, we find the data, okay, right here. So matchability, So if we want to look at this one, because we use the UPC, that means in the store for shoes, there are variation, different colors and different sizes. Some of them are subjected to the 25% additional sale. Some of them might not. So we have to choose one of them just to make sure if we're able, the idea would be if all those variations are under one parent on Amazon. If we're able to identify one of the child ASIN and that is subjected to the 25% sales, then likely that potentially other variation also are subjected to the same deal. So that's the idea when it comes to item like shoes or clothing that have variation. So in this case, you can see this is not a perfect, this is a black, totally black shoes, and it's not the same as this one, but it's the same type of shoe if you look at the title, right? It's Nike Air Max Terrascape 90 for men's. It's size 11.5, and so we know Amazon has this one under the listing, so that gives us the idea that this has a potential. But for this particular one, we can see um, it's under, it has the brand Nike, and it's under clothing, shoes, and jewelry. So this all good matching thing that we want to look at. And also, is it available? So let's click this one, check store stock. The best way to find out whether a store has any in stock for you is to go to this particular one and see the size 11. Right now, Nike has that available for you to purchase. That's the best way to look at it, right? So let's come back. That take care of availability. And then is it profitable? This shoe is selling 162 at the 62.23 as we saw earlier using the manual method, traditional manual way of seeing things. Remember, we use 130 as a conservative number as a selling price. That would give us the higher, because this one's using a slightly different criteria, and then it give you it also includes the 8% cashback, right? So we can remove it or add it to it, or 25%. Then we can add or remove it in an instant. Okay. So right now you can see it's profitable. Now, what else can you do? That is the profitable, definitely. As what about sellability? You can see it's in the rank of this particular 27, right? At the time you look at it. The other time is a little bit different because sales rank change all the time. So it's a top 1%. It's very good sales rank. And so that's part of the sellability. That tells you how fast, how in demand this particular item is with the low sales rank. And then what else it can tell you is okay, so we want to see more of a sellability, then you look at the see more data right here. Okay. Above everything else is, above right here, that's the essential maps data. But for sellability, you can see more data right here. Okay. So let me get rid of that for now. You can see, you can say, okay, what's the product rating? Very excellent rating. And the review account is good. And then we sold it before, on hand inventory, and then the sales velocity. And you can see the product actually is selling quite a bit. And then Amazon's not selling it, FBA, FBM. And then the additional two useful feature used for rapid trail, which I will explain in a different video. As you can see earlier, actually, when I either you click the this one right here, it will bring up two additional Keepa graph. The first one is the offer count. The bottom one is the traditional Keepa data graph. You can see the price trend is around 140, 135. And then you can see people are buying it because the offer count goes fluctuates. And put that aside. So that will give you enough data to determine whether this shoes has potential, all within 1 second. 1 second to get the data, and however much time you need to analyze it. So that is the example. And also you can see there's a little green thumb up icon right there. That means earlier in the extension configuration area, we set our research criteria to be at a certain sales rank, and then the ROI, the profit, and that's what that means. When this pair of shoes we found that all those criteria are met, so it give you a green thumb up. That means we want to look at it further. Now you can save this one by clicking this one. I already clicked it earlier. So when you click this one, it automatically sync and save in your account dashboard. If you click this one right here, it will bring up the account dashboard. And then you can see all the data you're being saved right here for you to review later or review by your VA. Okay, and then you can write the notes about this one. So this one is uh, has good intro. Okay, and then you can leave a note for yourself. Now, so let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, now you can see what it's an overview of what the extension can do and how fast it can accomplish by pulling in the maps data and ready right in front of you. So allow you to make the buying decision very quickly. Okay, it does not take away that does not take replace the some of the tool that you already have in your toolbox, like a ref seller, because the ref seller is able to display much more data for to aid the buying decision. The tool, the extension itself, is to give you the essential maps data very quickly in within a second, so that you can determine among the 29 pair of shoes which one has the potential and which one you should look at further. Because once you do that, you want to move on to look at other set of the product within the Nike Black Friday, the 5,000 item. Within that, you have other things to look at, other product to look at. For example, clothing, socks, accessories, and other Nike product. So you want to spend least amount of time on one section so that you have the time to explore the other section. And then extension is able you to do just that. So you remember, you're able to do so much faster, more than 100 times faster than before. Now, the chance that for you to be able to cherry pick the profitable item is very, very good. Now, before, you may be able to cherry pick maybe just 2 out of 50. Now, probably you can cherry pick multiple among many more products. May likely you only limited by the time you have for the day, and also limited by the actual budget you set for each day. So this is the a quick overview, a walkthrough, and using the Nike.com Black Friday as an example to demonstrate, to provide you a comparison between the traditional method in manual sourcing versus the power of using QikFinds-Extension. So I hope that the demonstration show you how easy and how quickly and how powerful the extension is. Now we are launching this extension. It's available for you to subscribe, because when you get your hands on, you will be hooked and you will really appreciate. Now you have more time for yourself to do other things, focus on other things in your business. If you give this tool and train your VA to use it, they will be so much happier and so much more productive in terms of finding the profitable item that will fit your own criteria. So are you excited about this particular extension? Will it become your must-have a piece of software in your toolbox? I hope so. So if you have any question, you know where to find me. But until then, don't wait. Go ahead and sign up And with all the Black Friday deals around, this is the best tool for you to be able to find a lot more profitable item than all the years in the past. So I hope this extension will come out to be the right time for you to make more profit this year. Until then, bye-bye.